Diary of a Madman, week 11. This is a good week for this squad. As you can see here, 141 to 79. Real happy with the just tinkering had to do with this roster. I've had a lot of injuries with Malik Neighbors being out, and then my running backs really not hitting one of them until now. And so, yeah, we'll just go through the matchups line by line. Well, the standout one. So Bo Nix versus JJ McCarthy, 4 more points. Amon-Ra and Sutton, pretty much a wash. Those guys didn't produce. But then we got Christian Watson, a guy I picked up off waivers 2 weeks ago, ends up getting 2 touchdowns. That was a big increase because he had Ibuka, which I was expecting him to have a better week. I have him in another league because I really thought this team was going to thump me. I have actually quite a few of these guys in one of my other leagues. I lost in that league, so yeah, go figure. Guys didn't produce. Travion Henderson, second weekend in a row. He looks great. Getting those touchdowns. I'll be curious what's going to happen when Ramondre Stevenson comes back. Is it going to be a timeshare? Is it going to be like a Gibbs, David Montgomery type thing? I hope not. Henderson's more explosive, but I know Stevenson was producing when he was there. And then here's the big stuff. I had 2 big moves this week in waivers. I had Sean Tucker before earlier in the year when Bucky Irving got hurt, and then I ended up dropping Sean after a couple weeks. But I picked him back up. One of the reasons I was hurting for running backs, and also they were playing the Bills. Buccaneers were going into going into Buffalo to play them, and the Bills' defense is terrible against the run. 3rd worst, I think, before this week. I don't know if it changed. And so definitely Sean Tucker was going in there with Irving being hurt. Rashard White was the main back. I'll say a couple with the initial weeks Irving was out, but now I think Tucker has taken that role. And so there's not a real update on when Bucky Irving's going to be back. So that was huge. Sean Tucker, 32 points. The Judkins, 5.9. And then tight ends were a wash. As Johnson did nothing for me. I thought he was going to have a better week, but so be it. And then Michael Wilson, so one of my flex, learning that Marvin Harrison Jr. was going to be out. Michael Wilson was on one of the top ads. And so I had some receivers on bye week. I had the Colts bye week this week. And so took a flyer on Michael Wilson. He had a fantastic game. I think he had 15 receptions, 185 yards or something like that. So we get 20.5 points to Keenan Allen's 5. And then our kickers both do well. He gets the edge on the kickers, then my defense. But I was the best showing for the week with 141 points. So let's just take a peek at the standings. I moved up. I want to say I was in 6th place. I moved up to 4th, and a nice increase in my points. The guy I played has got a lot more points than anyone else. And then number 10 just been cursed by the fantasy gods. Dark Star, has 1,200. But I coming in. Moving up in just overall points, which is good, and then getting into 4th place with a little cushion. Move-wise, we'll just look at my starting lineup as of right now for this week. Plugging Daniel Jones back in at quarterback. He's against the Chiefs, and Bo Nix is on a bye. So I think I'm going to roll with Daniel Jones. He's been pretty productive, keeping Amon-Ra in there. Christian Watson, I just need to pay attention to his questionable tag right now. But Henderson and Tucker, they're going to be in the starting lineup. Tyler Warren and Michael Pittman Jr. go back in. And then we have Michael Wilson in there for right now. I'm pretty happy with those options. That Kansas City defense is no joke. And so I just got to think about it, see what options we have there. But Tony Pollard's not producing with the Titans, and they're playing the Seahawks. So he's not really going to be an option for me. And then I'm probably going to swap out the defense, Houston playing the Bills. Even though Houston looks good, I don't think that's a good option for me. But as of right now, I'm projected to score 95 points, 95 to 90. So I'll look up the matchups a little more, but so far pretty happy with how this week finished for Diary of a Madman. All right, y'all, good luck with your week 12 matchups.